Hi, I'm Karen Vecchio, your Member of Parliament for Elgin Middlesex London, and this is your week in review from May 10th to May 14th. This week has been a busy one with regards to House business. In my role as Deputy House Leader for the official opposition, I attended my usual meetings discussing the work of Parliament, including extensive conversations with my colleagues on the Procedures and House Affairs Committee. As many of you know, the committee has been locked in a Liberal filibuster for over 2 months as the Prime Minister continues to instruct his MPs to cover him for his shutdown of Parliament just last year. All opposition parties want to hear from the Prime Minister directly at committee, but he refuses to appear and offer any transparency whatsoever. In more happy news, important bills put forward by several of my colleagues have passed. These include 1. Bill C-208, which will make it easier for families to transfer their business or farm to their children, put forward by my colleague, MP Larry McGuire. The second one was C-220, which will give Canadians more time off following the death of a loved one, put forward by my colleague, MP Matt Genereux. The third one passed was C-210, which will make it easier to register as an organ donor, put forward by my friend and colleague, MP Len Weber. And finally, the fourth one passed was C-228, which will create a federal framework to reduce recidivism by, I will never say that word correctly, put forward by MP Richard Bragdon. This week, I also had the opportunity to meet with the St. Thomas District Chamber of Commerce and discuss ongoing concerns, including the federal government's role in the efforts to get Canadians vaccinated. It was always a great conversation, and thank you very much to Paul Jenkins. I also met many other local leaders, such as those of Elgin County, to discuss the need for better internet access and the Rural Broadband Fund. My office has been also busy working hard on a new publication that will be sent out to households in the upcoming weeks with an update from Parliament and exciting local initiatives. This mailer also includes lots of information on the federal budget for constituents to review. My office has also continued to open and review all of the responses from my local survey distributed just last month. If you haven't had the chance to fill out a survey and send it back, you can find it on my website as well. I find the feedback extremely valuable and will be reviewing the responses more fully in the coming weeks. Please note that my next town hall will be happening on Wednesday, June the 2nd at 7 p.m. with my colleague, MP Greg McLean, a graduate of our very own Western University and the Conservative Shadow Minister for Natural Resources and Economic Development. We will be discussing Canada's natural resources, our environment, and much more. And also a reminder to any of young people interested in my youth council, it will be happening on Wednesday, May the 19th. We will be hosting the first Gen Zer MP and the youngest current member of Parliament, my colleague, Eric Malalo, to discuss his experience in politics. Of course, just yesterday, many constituents celebrated Eid al-Fitr and the end of Ramadan. Eid Mubarak to all who celebrated. That's all for this week's update. All my best to everyone in Elgin Middlesex London, the best constituents in the world. Enjoy the sunshine.